privilege to be back with you this month. This month I want to continue just reflecting on part of the prophetic word the Lord gave me for 2016, specifically the word as it relates to kingdom prosperity, kingdom wealth. And of course, if you want to read that whole word, it's available on our website. Here's what I felt the Lord saying, and this is what we've been focusing on in this series. 2016 will be a year of unprecedented prosperity for the people of God. Great wealth will begin to come to those who have been standing in great faith for provision and for overflow. And we've been defining prosperity this way: God's overwhelming desire to bless the people of God so that we can meet the needs of humanity. Keep in mind that, of course, like any kingdom issue, our destiny, our ministry, our prosperity is not about ourselves, but it's about the ability to represent God as He intends in the earth. And then we added last month to our definition, successful, flourishing, especially in financial aspects. And then I was looking today on just that word unprecedented that God used. Unprecedented means never before known or experienced. That gets me excited that unprecedented prosperity would flow to the people of God. I wanted specifically this month to focus on the area of giving and giving of our resources into the kingdom of God. I know in my life many years ago, starting this ministry just in my parents' basement and just believing God for a word. I remember one of the things He spoke to me specifically, that He was going to teach me how to prosper through extravagant giving. So giving is an essential part of walking in the prosperity that God intends us to walk in. And here's some thoughts I wanted to offer you this month. Our giving, like any area of the kingdom of God, does not earn us merit from God, but it does allow us to participate in heaven's economy. Sometimes people say, does my giving earn me anything? No, but it does lock you into heaven's system, and we'll see in a minute why. The second thing is our giving is an act of trust and often an exercise of faith. When I first started tithing, it was an act of faith to just begin to give that first 10%. What I didn't know necessarily what was coming in that month, how I was going to pay this bill, how was I going to pay that bill. But our giving is an act of trust and an act of faith. And faith is the only thing that pleases God in the kingdom. It's not our need that pleases God, it's our faith. Faith is our absolute trust and conviction that God can handle and will handle every situation in our life. Secondly, our giving is an acknowledgement that God is truly our source. When we really say that God is our source, but we wait till the final moment or we give God our leftovers, then how much is God really our source? So our giving is an acknowledgement that God is our source. And of course, we've been saying over and over again in this series that the foundation of kingdom prosperity is acknowledging that God is our source. In the beginning, God created. So everything begins and ends with God as our source, as His children. When we give, we become like God, who is the most extravagant giver. Everything that we see in the earth is a result as God's love and desire to bless humanity. Jesus came with the greatest message. It was the message of abundant life. Everything that happens here on the earth is of no benefit to God. To believe that it is a benefit to God is to believe that God needs something outside of itself. In the garden, He blessed Adam. In the garden, He lavished the goodness of God upon him, and that was the desire for all of humanity. When we give, we become like God, who is the most extravagant giver. Another point is, when we give, we become like God, who never lacks. We can actually create our future, and that's one of the key principles in this area of my life. Is I believe that we create our future through our giving, because it is a seed to our prosperity. It's a gift that we release into heaven's economy that becomes part of our future overflow and abundance. So this month I want to challenge you: become an extravagant giver like God. It is one of the keys to kingdom prosperity. To give, and don't give in to that tendency that when things start getting tight and little that you cut back on your giving. Keep giving and see the overflow, the unprecedented prosperity. I prophesy to some of you watching that this is a year of unprecedented prosperity. Some of you believe in God for many, many years, even 15, 18, 22 years. You've been believing for a certain breakthrough. I bless you for that breakthrough. I bless some of you with new houses. I bless some of you with new cars. And I just bless you to live in the prosperity that God has given you through extravagant giving.